Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Wasn't going to make a video today, but I decided to just come on and talk with you guys for a few minutes. If you're new, hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell. And while we make money here, let's go right to it, good people. I'm going to try some new glasses again. All right, let's go. Trump threatens to double tariffs on Canada's steel and aluminum in response to electricity duties. Okay. And so there's all of these tickers that are already saying that, they're in talks and it may be short lived and everything. And there's a reason why I'm making this video today, right? So at some point, good people, at some point, like I said on the second video from yesterday, at some point things bottom out. And it usually bottoms out while the war is going on. I'm going to call this tariff wars, okay? While these tariff wars are going on, the stock market and crypto market both could bottom out while it's happening. And we're starting to see I'm starting to see some signs. Now, I'm not the best charter. I'm not a charter, okay? But I'm starting to see some signs and I'm buying. All right. Just like I said on the video from yesterday. And some of the stock I'm buying is one of them is a penny stock. It's controversial. I'm just to share with you guys what it is. The other ones, some of you guys will think it's like just boring. But I'm just telling you, if you want to build generational wealth, this is what you must do. Okay. And so let's look at the NASDAQ. You know what? Before we do that, now I'm going to play that video later. I want to play a video in a little while of a CNBC correspondent absolutely losing it. But I got respect for him speaking his truth about what's going on. And I'm going to tell you, again, for those that didn't hear me yesterday, it's going to happen. And I don't know whether it's going to be sooner or later that the president is going to say, we've come to agreement, all tariffs are off. That's going to come. And when that comes, boom, V-shaped recovery, stock market and crypto. And we have to remove ourselves from the politics emotionally enough to see where there's opportunities to make money. I'm making money. I'm looking at the QQQ right now. Not looking at it, just buying. I bought more today. Why? Because if you look at where it is now over the last 5 days, we've come here, we bought here, we came here, I bought here, and then we bought here. All the while, it's going down, right? It's went down 7%. So in the last month, this is the QQQ, the same thing as the NASDAQ. We can see that NASDAQ has went down almost 13%, okay? But at some point, it's going to bottom out. And it don't have to be the NASDAQ for you. It could be other stock. There are look at the PE ratios of companies like NVIDIA. Look at them now compared to where they were a month ago, and you will see that the price that you're paying for these companies, price to earnings, PE, that you're paying less of a price now, okay? And you're paying the value of the stock is making more sense, should I say, all right? So I went over this yesterday. This is QQQ, all right? The same thing as the NASDAQ. I'm talking about the NASDAQ because it's the one that's getting beat down the most. Why? Because it's tech heavy. So I'm just going to share with you guys. I shared this with you guys yesterday. We shared that the last time we got down here was September, okay? And then before that, everybody remember, what was that? That was in October of 2022 when we hit the bottom the last time of 2022. Right? And that was here we go, right here. Look at that. It was an absolute bloodbath when it just came down, right? Everything came down. S&P 500, QQQ, 2022, for those of us that were in the market, was an absolute bloodbath. It was. And it was a slow death. Can we go back there? Here, let me just put this on the weekly. So we'll just pull that up. I want you guys to remember that because I'm pointing to something that I want you guys to see why I'm buying, why and where I'm buying. Okay, that was 18. That's 20. That's 20. We had a big, huge sell-off. Okay, that's 21. And that's 21. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We could see that. Look at that. Look at that. December 27th, 2022. And then we had the first time, that was October. You guys remember October of 2022 from this latest high was the worst. Remember that. You guys remember that. And you could see that this chart, we dipped under the 200-day, right? And we stayed there for a while. For instance, it started Monday, the 24th of January. And look at that. It was a bloodbath. We didn't recover. We didn't get above the 200-day until the 23rd of January, 2023. So it was a long time. Why? This was market. This was the market doing this. All right. We were in a bear market. This time is tariffs. All right. I'm going to leave this on the weekly now. So it's going to look a little different. That time it was the market. This time is tariffs. And then if you go back, let me just go back to the hourly. Let's go to the daily. I got something I want to show you guys. I'll make this really quick. But I like to look at what's really going on. And what I see and why I'm buying, I showed you where it was and boom, boom, boom. And then we had this big green candle. You see that wick at the bottom? We had that big green candle that was a true reversal that actually went up. You know, could that be forming here on the daily? Could that be forming here where things are just going to start bottoming out? You see here? You see where it was trying to bottom out here. And then we had a red candle and then we start legging back up. Is that what we're doing? I don't know. All right. So we look at it. What I'm doing is I'm getting into these ETFs heavy. Look at this. I got Invesco, QQQ. I got VUG. I got VTI. And then the new one that I'm adding is Granny. This is Fundstrat. This is Tom Lee's ETF. All right. And I like it too. So I'm starting to buy it too. So I'm buying all of these and I bought all of them today. Right. And I bought them here. OK. And so where is that at? I want you to see something. We covered that. Well, I'm buying them all here. As a matter of fact, let's just go to QQQ. OK, let's just look at QQQ and we will clearly see over the last 5 days. Look at that. It's just been coming down. Right. But you will see that we had some revisits. OK, so it gave up everything like we said from the election. It has given up everything and has come down under the election. OK, and then you see a lot of local bottoms. Now I'm going to play you a video and I want you to listen to this video as this gentleman states what he feels is going on.
Our next guest has been warning the markets are overvalued and says tariffs are a suicide mission that will destroy both labor and equity markets. Delightful. Michael Darda is chief economist and macro strategist at Roth Capital Partners. Mike, not usually one for big, bold statements like that. So I take it you feel pretty strongly.
Thanks for having me on, Kelly. Well, listen, I think if we're using the McKinley tariff period or the Smoot-Hawley period to model economic policy, that is definitely a suicide mission. If you look back to the 1890 to 94 period that spans the McKinley tariff, the labor market failed with the unemployment rate going from 4 to 18%. We had two stock market pullbacks. One was a correction. One was a 30% bear market. I don't have to go through the history of the 1930s for you, but the Smoot-Hawley tariff, which started to make its way through Congress in 1929 and was signed in 1930, was obvious.
Now, that was him, okay? He went to say this. And then right behind that, we had Steve Leisman that made a comment, okay? And Steve Leisman is someone that I follow, and he's a smart guy. He's usually very muted and very a matter of fact. But this is what Steve Leisman had to say on this program.
Math doesn't make sense here to have all of these things happening at the same time.
I'm going to say this at risk of my job, Kelly, but what President Trump is doing is insane. It is absolutely insane. It is about the 8th reason we've had for the tariffs. And now he's saying he's putting 50% tariffs on Canada unless they agree to become the 51st state. That is insane. There is just no other way of describing it. And the trouble, Kelly, is that it shows there are no bounds around President Trump. This is very different from the first administration, where there were people around him who seemed to, I don't know what the word is, but smooth over some of the edges now. And the other thing that's not talked about, Kelly, is what's going on within the administration in terms of how they're treating the Constitution and laws. I think all of that is bad for the attraction of capital. And the gentleman from Bridgewater is 100% right. We need massive amounts of capital if we want to fund our deficits, pay for the things we want to pay for, sell our bonds, and have high stock prices. And it seems as if this administration is doing everything it can to chase foreign capital away.
So, good people, the president want rates to come down. These are the facts. He said that he wasn't really looking at the stock market. He want rates to come down. And the way to do that is direct the market, force the Fed into doing more rate cuts. You guys see what's going on. That's his strategy, okay? Now, I know some of you guys say he's the worst, and then some of you guys say that this is Biden's fault. I'm at the point I don't care about that. I care about us keeping our eyes on the prize, which is money. And some of you guys are just crazy as all get out, right? Because you refuse to see what the truth is. What this is, the fact is that the president wants lower rates here, right? And the deal is that we have to sit here and tell you the truth. And so the market, the stock market is not the number one thing. It's not where all his wealth is. But the reason I played that clip is because a lot of his friends have money in the markets, and they're going to start putting pressure on him to end these tariff wars. And Buffett said it's an act of war, and he was correct. It is an act of war, okay? It's a tariff war, as you can see the back and forth, right? So China says, hey, we're going to go up on your electricity. And then now America goes, well, we're going to double our tariffs on your steel and aluminum. And it just goes back and forth, right? And then we got China to deal with, okay? Then we got Mexico to deal with. So while all of this is going on, at some point, the stock market and crypto will bottom out before it's all over. And then what I do, listen, let me say this. I have not bought one of the things that I'm going to tell you about, but I have started buying some of them. Now I'm finna go to the polar opposite and mention some penny stock. But please, people, take this in the right context, okay? Because some people are going to take this and lose their minds. I can't believe you're talking about penny stock. Sometimes I look at the penny stock area, and because I know what happens, those get oversold. Companies with the higher PE get oversold. Palantir will get oversold. Okay, this is what's happening. Those real high risk, or the hot plays become high risk at the drop of a dime, and that's where we are with some of these plays. Now, I'm going to point to these to show you something that I see, okay? Please say, you good, Unc, all right? We good, because I'm just showing you, okay? All right, so this is Rigetti Computing. You see that? Rigetti Computing. It is it's a small stock, right? But I've been watching it too as I follow the rest of the market, because that's all I do is stocks, big cap, small cap, etc. Now, I'm saying that those ETFs should be 50 to 80%, right? And I'm just saying with this, it should be less than 0.05%, all right? Penny stock mean penny money, okay? You don't bet any kind of money. Money you would give your kids to send them to the corner store, not even the grocery store, because that's a lot, all right? To buy one egg. You guys remember those days when they broke the carton open, okay? All right, so look at this. I've noticed in the last 5 days, bottomed out. See that? This is Rigetti. And then boom, hit it like bottom again, then bottom again. And it's trying to show you, this doesn't mean it's the bottom, but it's just showing you that a lot of the bad news have been priced in. So sometimes the penny stocks lead everything else because they get beat down the most. And what do they lead in? And they actually lead in sometimes showing that they're bottoming out. Now, I started putting this into my penny bank account, but you can also see the ticker symbol is RGTI. You can also see, you can also go RGTI, right? And of course, you guys know I'm going to the warrants, and you will see that here to me is where the opportunity is in the warrants. So I'm starting to penny back into both, because as you can see, that bottomed out a little too much, but actually 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Look, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 over the last week. Okay, and then we could see down the month we are beat down. And even if you go to a meme coin, I'm not buying. I'm just showing you guys this. Okay, I did buy the Rigetti, but I'm not buying Shiba Inu. I'm just showing you guys this. You can see where it's just bottoming out at quad 011, right? Boom, right? Tried to go down again. That's the day on the week. Boom, right? And so I'm just saying that it shows you on a stair step down that when you go out a year and then the bottom is right where it is now, all right? See here, look at that. That was August of 2024. What did it bottom out? Right here. So I'm just saying, as a sign of what's going on, it's showing you if you're into buying, and that's where you need to actually start to look at a position like this. So let's just recap this really quick. I am buying some more QQQ, VUG, VTI, and Granny. I'm putting a lot into those when they bottom out. Okay, when just go out and every time they bottom out, they're down more than 2%. I'm buying, and I'm buying heavy because I believe that's going to be a full recovery, and let alone it makes back up the 10% that is lost. I believe it'll be back up 15% when these wars are over. That's what I believe. Okay, and then the market relaxes. Okay. If you're buying crypto, and crypto is probably at some point going to bottom out. Now, Tom Lee said that crypto was going to bottom out at 70. Bitcoin was going to bottom out. He actually said 76 now. All right. Bitcoin is up. Right. And he said 76. All right. This is Tom Strat. Funstrat is his thing. Right. So that's Tom. So did it bottom out at 76? Did Bitcoin bottom out at 76? There it is, 76. Now that's what Tom Lee said, 76 and some change. It bottomed out. Okay. And there you see Bitcoin. Now, is that the bottom for now? Is it the bottom for now? I don't know. I'm not that good. I don't know if it's the bottom for right now. But all I know is if you are buying now, which I am buying more Bitcoin. I'm dollar cost averaging now. I'm dollar cost averaging back into Bitcoin with some of the cash that I have freed up of the stop losses that I set in profit. And now I'm dollar cost averaging back into Bitcoin. And then the ETFs, I'm going in heavier on these dips. One day this will be over. And all of the buying that we do now is what I'm doing. Now, this is my decision, so I do not apologize for it. This is my money. I don't want anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. I don't want you to follow me. I'm simply sharing with you that I'm having guts while we're still in extreme fear with both stocks and crypto. All right. Hey, good people. I make videos like this all of the time, and the only link that's going to be in the bottom, and that's Money Moves. Okay, and that's why we're going to get to some teaching, but we only got one video because the market is going on. I want to keep you guys fed. That's going to be Money Moves. It is my stock crypto club. Okay, all right. It's not a Patreon, and we're in there Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But the truth be told, lately I've been in there every day. Okay, and that's less than $1 a day. That's going to be the only link left in this video. Right. Let me know what you think about this video and everything I talked about. Let me know if you think that the market will bottom out before the tariff wars are over. Please leave me that comment. Yes or no? I know some of you said it's done. This is going to last for years. Then post that. Just let me know. All right. We'll see you later. Live, love, laugh, and learn.